What's up, y'all? It's Kaya Trades. I know it's been a long minute, but I have been on the go, on the go, on the go, and I am now also engaged. So, lots of things that's been going on in my life, but I have not stopped trading. So, in today's video, we're going to go through the trades I took last week. I've been profitable for 2 weeks in a row now. First week was $600, last week was $300. So, we're just going to go over some of those trades that I took. Some great, some not so great. So let's take a look at the charts. Alrighty. Let's go to Monday of this week. Monday of this week was the 6th, so we're going to head to the 6th. You'll have to excuse all my lines on the chart. Obviously, these are my zones. As y'all can see, just off rip, I took mostly sells. Every dip that was happening this week, I took the sell. I do not trade on Fridays because I work. If you've been there yourself, working and trading at the same time doesn't work. It just, like, I don't recommend, at least. All right, so this red line up here is all-time highs. We achieved that around the 3rd of October. But we're going to start off with Wednesday here. I usually start off on my 1 hour chart. A part of my rules is to check for news that day first. So we can do that really quickly. See if we have any news from October 6th. We didn't have any news. I think FOMC was like about to happen, but there was no red folder news. So let's get back here. Perfect. Okay, so here is my 1 hour chart. And as you can see, before getting on to the charts, I marked up this yellow line here. I marked a high from way back here. And I had some levels kind of on my 1 hour. My blue zones are my 1 hour zones. So as you can see, price came and interacted with this level quite a few times and had some really interesting price movement. So starting on Wednesday, I don't trade until market open. I have tried to trade like right before market opens, but I just get too excited and overtrade. So I have limited myself to 2 trades. So now that we're at our 1 hour, we see this level. We're going to go down to the 5 minute for the 6th. So let's go there. And so as you guys can see, even just right here, price was refusing to go higher. So I'm already in my mind thinking about sells unless we get a break of structure to the upside. So starting off, where's my 9:30? Starting off, my 9:30 market open would be right here. So at this point in time, I'm seeing market break structure to the downside, pull back, break structure to the downside. And again, even though we had a little bit of, price action going higher right here, prices one never touched my supply zone. And this supply zone is valid because as market pushed from here, we got some break of structure. This is a break of structure. Break of structure here. Break of structure here. Now these are sweeps, but in my book, they're still breaks of structure. So this little area right here, nice little level. I'd love for price to come back, tap that zone, and then break of candle. And that is in fact what happened. We didn't quite get a tap right here. Didn't quite get a tap right here. Price was kind of holding this level as well. But finally here at 9:25, we got a tap of this zone. Now, part of my rules is not to enter right at the zone aggressive. So I waited for a break of this candle. There was a tap of my supply zone. And then at the break of the candle is my entry point. And I usually put my stop loss to the top of my supply zone. But in this case, I didn't because that candle was already kind of big. And so I entered here at the break of this candle around that 9:30 candle, which I get a little sus around 9:30. But hey, if you see it, execute it. If it follows your trading plan and it follows your rules, execute, don't hesitate. So we got in and we shot for the 1 to 2 because my rules is for my supply and demand setup, which is really trying to be my only setup. That setup I shoot for 1 to 2, and as you can see, market fell even lower. Market just drop. And we were not a part of that move, but that's okay because we got our little piece out of the market and we were ready to, go about the rest of our day. So now we come to Tuesday. Tuesday, I believe we had a break-even day. Break-even because I told y'all, when I trade fast and quick, it doesn't really work out for me. So as you can see, really just focusing in on this time. So we already had this level marked up, and we had a supply zone create off of this candle as well on the 5-minute time frame, but we're not there yet. We still have this 1 hour level. Now we've created this 1 hour level down here that price could interact with, but again, these key zones that price is at. So if we go back down to the 5 minutes, let's actually check the news for that first. Tuesday, no red folder news. We were cool, not really worried about anything. As we move back over, here is Tuesday's trade. And it wouldn't have been a break-even day, but y'all, I was so nervous and I was like, my emotions got the best of me. So as we can see, Monday we also created another supply zone because we had this huge break of structure down here. We have a break of structure, perfect. More breaking of structure, amazing. And then I believe even more break structure. So we had some heavy structure breaking right there. So I was able to give this a nice valid zone. Again, no taps in this zone, still valid. Yes, it's far away, but hey, you're either gonna take the chance and make money or don't take the chance and don't make money. So let's get our market open, little line so we know where we are. Great. All right, so as we can see, market shot down at this 1 hour level, didn't quite tap it, this blue level, but started pushing upwards. So I created this demand zone, but I didn't take it because there was no taps. It's an obstacle I'm interested in. If I were to take a trade like I did, which is kind of another reason why I got out of the trade for my break-even day, but here we go. So we got a tap of this. If we delete this really quickly, as y'all can see, we got a little tap, little wick inside that zone. Perfect. So all I'm waiting for is what? A break of candle. Amazing. We didn't get a break of candle on this first one. We didn't get a break of candle on this next one. Basically, I missed this entire trade. I didn't see this sell until after the fact. I was waiting for this level to happen. But I think I took this demand right here. Again, my blue levels are my 1 hour level. So I took this 1 hour level. And I believe I took the buy right here after this break of candle. If we delete this right here, you can see that there is a slight break of candle right here. There's a strong wick in this zone and a break of candle, but we're in bearish market right now. So not my smartest idea, but you learn a lesson out of every L that you journal. So if we move that back and we put this level here, now my eyes are open. I'm seeing that we're in a bearish market. So when we're in a bearish market, I'm only looking to sell. So I saw this supply kind of set up here. Crazy wickish, but we did get a break of candle for it to make it a valid setup. So we got some breaks of structure here, and as well as this green candle was broken. So once we got that break of candle, I'm waiting once we got that break of structure and we got to tap into our zone, this red candle here, I'm waiting for a break of structure. Did that happen on this candle? No. Did that happen on this candle? Yes. If I move all this stuff around, we kind of had that little bitty break of candle right here to where I put originally, like I normally do with my stop loss, I put it at the top of the zone, and we were almost stopped out. We were a little anxious. We were like, dang, it's not working out, but oh well. I need to let my trade play out so I can see if it's working, if it's not, what I need to change, what I need to keep the same. So as you can see, it was wicking that area, wicking. That was a good sign for me to keep holding. Perfect. Now we're getting into some profits right here. Mind you, I just took an L on a trade. I can only trade 2 times during the day, during my trading hours, my 2 trading hours. So I already took one trade. I only had one trade idea left. And this idea started working out. It was perfect. It was going crazy. It started getting close to my break even, which put me at negative on the day. So that was kind of frustrating. But then another kind of supply took place. We had a good green candle, but then we had a bearish push away from it, breaking structure here. Boom, break of structure, we had it. So we're waiting for the break of candle, and it did. So I'm really thinking this trade is going to play out. By this time, it was a 1-to-1, so I probably moved my stop loss. That's normal for me. But this level was holding. But as you can see, around the 46,880 level, I got out. When I got out, I was down like $2 on the day, pretty much break even. But what happened after this big scary wiki candle? Surely, market hit my TP. And my fiance told me to get up, get off the charts, go make breakfast, and I didn't want to listen. I was like, I want to watch it. I want to watch it go. And he was like, so what is going to happen if you sit there and watch it? Is it going to hit your TP? Is it going to hit your stop loss? Like, how are you going to change the outcome of the trade? And looking back now, those are words of wisdom that I did not take. So I'm hoping that you guys can take the lesson from me. If your trade seems like it's working out, you've already accepted the loss that you're taking. You've already accepted the risk that you want. The risk that you want, but the reward that you want as well. Leave your trade alone. Sitting on your hands is the hardest part of trading. Well, maybe not the hardest, but one of the hardest things in trading. So it would have been best for me to sit on my hands. But I didn't. I got out, and then it hit. I would have been up like $300 on the day. I would have won almost every day this week. But I couldn't sit on my hands. I let my emotions get the best of me. And I wasn't too mad because it was still break even. But it would have been nice to get some profits on Tuesday. Awesome. So as market goes, we get this low. But it didn't break this low way back here. So we're kind of in a range again. Perfect. Let's go back to our 1 hour. We are headed to Wednesday here. As y'all can see, I marked up some of my charts because I be needing to talk to myself and give myself some better advice because I be slacking when I be trading. But no, okay, let's hit Wednesday's trade. Wednesday was a dub trade too. And so really, I took this trade and I got this banger trade. I wanted to because of the same exact basic setup. Basically the same exact setup from Monday happened again. Like almost right at market open, we have the supply zone because there's aggressive bearish action right here. We have a break of structure right here. Perfect. The zone wasn't tapped. Then it was tapped. Usually it's less probable when there has been another interaction in that zone. But for this sake, what else was I going to do? Like, I seen it. So I think I did take 2 trades on this one as well, though. I think I took a trade kind of like right in here. Or no, a buy. Let's see. Let's get a closer look. So, I think I took this trade really, really fast. But what do y'all notice about this demand zone right here? Yes, we have aggressive pushing. We have this huge doji right here, though. But what do we see about this demand zone? Where is it located? Is it at a 1 hour level? No. It is in the middle of both of these 1 hour levels. And I took it anyways. So I took a little L, market open, and it was before market open. And I just told y'all, I don't need to take trades before 9:30 because sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't work for me. And so sure enough, right before 9:30, it wicked me out and then went straight up. But that's okay. Then we noticed the tap of this level here. We didn't get in at that break of structure. I think once it came back to that entry point, that's probably where I got in. And as you guys can see, I got the 1-to-2. The 2-to-1. I believe that's my trade, guys. I could be very much mistaken. Let me double check, because I could be wrong. I locked myself out as I should. Here's my sets. let's go to Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Oh, then cap, I took one trade. I didn't take two. Let's go back. It's crazy. All right. Wednesday was the 8th. Let's go to the 8th. Oh, so this is the 9th. That's when I took that. Okay, perfect. All right. So, again, Wednesday was still basically kind of like Monday. We had this huge zone that originally Tuesday I was waiting for it to come back into this big zone and then drop, but we caught that small move there. But then this supply set up kind of 9:30, perfect market open. At market open, there was a break of structure. As y'all can see, it barely tapped me, but I was confident based off what I've seen throughout the rest of this week and what I trust with my strategy. And at that break of candle, we entered in. Stop loss was huge, so we only went for the 1-to-1. And what do you know, 1 hour level kind of just like was an obstacle, and I'm learning to not ignore my obstacles. Can't ignore my obstacles. And then perfect, we made $400. We were shooting for $800, but I'm satisfied with $400 in what, like 8 minutes? How long was that? My Wednesday trade. Let's go back. For 400, it was 11 minutes. So $400 in 11 minutes, I'm cool with that. So then we already kind of talked about my Thursday trade. Usually I take dubs on Thursdays, but again, I took this first trade, which was kind of suckish, and I think I actually missed this move. I think I just have it on there, but I think I missed this move still trying to go buys, because I got in a trade before market open, and then it tapped the zone again, and I didn't even have this zone on here at this point. And it broke this candle right here, this high. I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna go up. We're going up. And surely enough, bearish market, bearish price action. And yeah, I was not able to take the second trade, which was this trade, but my fiance did. So, hey, he wins, I win, he wins. And again, I don't trade on Friday, so I marked this out maybe later in the day, but again, I locked myself out, so I don't even have the hesitation. Have the idea to trade. But if I were on the markets, as you guys can see through the patterns of even just this week, big demands, a big supply zone here, supply going in a bearish market, demand going a bullish, but big supply zone right here. We got a beautiful tap, break of candle, 1-to-2, easy as that. I technically don't like to move my stop loss to break even after a 1-to-1 just because of situations like this. I have done my back testing, and a lot of times market will go right back to my break even and then push down to my TP2, or right in here kind of really close beyond my break even, and then drop down my TP2. So we would have let that trade run, we would have sat on our hands and we would have been up on that day too. But again, I do not trade on Fridays. So if you haven't caught on yet, I do use supply and demand. I have learned from Doyle Exchange in his group, as well as her trading journal. They've been a real help on helping me narrow down my trading plan. And, I have my support of my fiance to really just help me be accountable and lock in, because I can become a profitable trader. I take really good trades a lot of the time, but as of before last week, I was trading. I would take my 2 trades. I should have been done, but I would keep trading. So I would keep blowing accounts because I'd have revenge. I'd have FOMO. I'd want my money back if I lost the money. But this week, we were chilling. We were like, you win some, you lose some. But if you win higher, if you win more trades with a more money, then, and you cut your losses short, I won $200, lost $2. That's a good ratio. I won $450, I lost $350. So I'm still up 100 from just out of these 2 days. So ended up green on this one. This is a different account. Don't worry about that. But as you guys can see, the account that I actually trade on, my leader account, we were up 600 last week, up 300 this past week. So the week before it was 600. And we have 3 more weeks left in this month. Really, yeah. We have 3 more weeks. So, hey, stick to our trading plan. Be disciplined. Take our 2 trades. One, if it's a dub, then we're done. Enjoy the rest of our day. And sooner than later, we won't even know, but we'll pass our challenge and we'll start taking out some payouts. So, super excited for my journey. Super proud of myself and my growth. Y'all just don't know. But until next time, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go follow me on Instagram, like and comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment below if you are still in your challenges or you are taking profits out of your live account. Let's go. Trading is a glitch, y'all. I'm not trying to work physical labor no more. So if I went to school for 12 years and plus 4 more years just to read candlesticks, hey, if it get the job done, I'm cool with it. Peace out, y'all.